But it wasn't you, so it's okay. Yeah. Okay. I'm Esmeralda Salazar from Austin Underground, and this is
Skyler McKee
from Super Whatevr. So, you're nearing the end of your stretch of the tour. Mm-hmm. You excited?
Mm-hmm. To go home.
It's
gonna be amazing. The tour's been really fun though.
Really fun. Mm-hmm. I feel like it's a well-deserved rest. I feel like you've done some pretty good stuff out on this tour.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we've definitely seen a lot of growth in crowd engagement. Mm-hmm. And online presence, so that's always fun. When I tweet, people respond, which is cool.
Yeah. I've seen you guys on Twitter, and the response is kind of super positive, super upgoing.
Yeah. No one's unstand or hated me yet, so I think we're doing okay.
So you're in the clear. You're still in the public view. You're great.
We're good. Yeah. I hear that comes and goes, but for now, we're on a good note. So.
For now, you're fine.
Yeah.
It's all that matters. Mm-hmm. So, new album came out this year.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me about it.
Never Nothing. I got it tattooed. There.
Okay.
It's called Never Nothing. It's the concept. I posted online about this, but it's the concept of what's wrong? It's nothing. It's never nothing. Mm-hmm. Pay attention to the people you care about and be vulnerable, because that's the only way we're gonna get better. So, yeah, I'm really proud of it. I think that's a train. Do we want to wait? Let's wait.
Yeah, let's wait. You gotta love train graffiti.
Yeah. So, at the show in Arizona, Tucson, 2 nights ago, a car got hit by a train.
Did you see it?
I saw it after. It was during our set, and it was right outside the building that it happened. I guess the guy jumped out. We still don't really know what happened,
right.
But everyone's okay. But the car was just smushed and destroyed. It was crazy.
So could you hear it from the inside or no?
No, we were playing really loud. Okay. But everyone outside was wow. But yeah, everyone's okay. Anyway, okay, so yeah, the record concept, What's Wrong With Nothing, It's Never Nothing. Mm-hmm. It was the first album I've ever made, and so I feel I've learned so much just through releasing that, in terms of the vibe and the world I'm trying to create, and the ideology when it comes to making a record and what surrounds that. And so I'm really proud of it. I think that for the next album cycle, I want the videos to have more of a continuity. The art style, I already have a person that I want to do the art, the music videos, the recordings, the everything. I want it to be encapsulating. Yeah. And I feel Never Nothing was a taste of what I can do in that regard. Mm-hmm. But I want to go deeper, and I want to go bigger. I want more theatrics. I want more lights. I want more I wouldn't say costume, but costume design. So I want things to be cohesive. Mm-hmm. Where Never Nothing I started experimenting with, but now I can actually grow that. And I want the message to be really, really strong. That I think that it's really good that the phrase that's going around it's okay to not be okay. Mm-hmm. But I also think it's okay to be okay, and it's okay to grow, and it's okay to get better. And there are tools in which you can get better, and I think people need to pursue that, because that's the only way that we're going to be able to end the stigma of mental health. Right. Knowing that there are ways to combat it, and tools to diffuse panic attacks, and diffuse anxiety attacks, and diffuse all those things. So yeah, that's what I'm here for. Yeah,
I feel art kind of does that for people. Mm-hmm. Music, visual art kind of is that escapism for people. Mm-hmm. So is that something that you kind of really are focusing on, just kind of growing your art in a specific way?
No, not at all. No. I think that vulnerability is amazing, and I think that growth is amazing, and I think that music can diffuse some aspects where it is that escapism, but I want to do the exact opposite of escapism. I want to be able to look at the things that have hurt us, and look at the abuse, and look at the wounds that we have, and give practical, topical ways to heal and to get better. And I do believe that I think it's crazy that people don't believe that mental illness is real. I think that's utterly ridiculous, but I do think that there are ways to help with victims of abuse and victims of certain things that have left wounds for people. I do think medication is important, but I also think that therapy is important, and I think that practical ways of healing are important as well. So
kind of like looking deeper into yourself is something that people need to do more.
Sure, absolutely. And also I preach vulnerability, and that's about it. I think that being real with one another on both ends of depression and suicide is going to alleviate the pressure and actually help people grow, because the world's crappy, but we can make it a better place. So.
Yeah, because I feel like some artists are kind of scared to talk about it, or even scared to say the word suicide. And so kind of like seeing an artist like you, like up and coming, kind of refreshes, that stigma and kind of tries to defy it in a certain way.
I think people are suicidal, and I think that's why no one wants to talk about it. I think people are struggling, and I think that, that's something that I struggled with for a long time, and that's something that that I've learned practical tools to deal with those sort of emotions and issues. I'm not saying I know everything. I'm not saying I know the best way to deal with it. I just know certain ways to deal with it.
Right.
And so I don't hold people accountable for wanting to escape, and I don't hold people accountable for wanting to disassociate and things like that. But I definitely want to help people in the way that I've learned to deal with those emotions. And so I'm not saying I know the best way, I'm not saying I know the right way, I'm just saying I know a way that has helped me, and I want to share that with people. So.
Yeah. And I feel like live shows are like a perfect way to do that, to kind of like unite people who all kind of had the same like situation or same experience.
Yeah, it's crazy to see the continuity of just people who are hurting and people who want to get better. Like, that is very hand in hand at concerts.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And I feel like your show specifically, it kind of like, I guess promotes that, and like it feels very like at home. Like everybody's like very comfortable with one another. Is that something that, you feel is true?
Yeah, I think I was having this conversation with my drummer about how I want to, like, I know a lot of bands, and this probably is going to come off rude and whatever, but a lot of bands are like, hey, give it up for, this band, give it up for the headliner, give it up for the bands before me. I don't like doing that, not because I don't appreciate them. Like, I'll tell them to their face, like, hey, thank you so much for letting us be on this tour. Thank you so much for, playing before us, playing after us, whatever. I appreciate art and I appreciate people, but I don't want to take away from this moment right here. Like, when Super Whatevr starts and when Super Whatevr ends, I want you to be encompassed in that world, and I don't want to distract or take away from that. I am appreciative of everything that has been given to me and the people that have helped me, but I want you to experience what it is to be vulnerable. I want you to experience what it is to heal, and I want you to experience what it is to be okay with struggling and getting better, and I want that to be apparent from the beginning of our set to the end of our set. So yeah.
And so is there anything that you're excited about for the upcoming future, something that'll build on that idea?
Yeah, I mean, album 2 is about my struggles, my parents' divorce, and the therapy that kind of came after that. And so yeah, my whole idea behind that is to give people my vulnerability so we can start the conversation. And so I just want to do that more, and I want to be more real. I think Never Nothing lacks in like a topical continuity. I think that it is about like hurt and stuff like that, but like even at a show 2 nights ago, this girl was like, you're sad. I'm like, I'm not sad. I'm like, emotion's a spectrum. I'm sad sometimes, but I'm content. Like, I want to get closer to being content, and I think that I want to show that it's okay to hurt, so you can grow from it, and it's okay to be vulnerable with the intention to get better. So I want that to be much more of a overlapping concept for the record.
Right, because I feel like that spectrum of emotion, there's certain like areas of it that are kind of ostracized or kind of like taboo to talk about.
To be hurt or to be sad.
Yeah, and so kind of having like an album, I feel like will really, change the game of music.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
I mean, that's big, but I just hope, I want to help people, and if I do a good job at making a record that connects with people, then I can do a better job at helping people. And I'm pretty neurotic about that. I want to do good. I want to leave a good imprint, and I want to help people in areas that I've struggled with and grown from. So, yeah.
Right, so that's all the questions that I have, my friend. So is there anything that you want to say for the people out there?
I don't know.
No.
It's going to get better. You matter. And vulnerability is the only way we're going to get better. So, yeah.
Right.
I think that's it.
Well, it's been Austin Underground. See you guys.